Hello friends, you're the Lonesome Gamer and I'm playing Runebound, 2nd edition, the Island of Dread expansion. And this is probably the last video of the series. The threat track is already at 9. If it's beyond 10, the game is lost. And I've decided now to not to attack this red challenge as I thought I would, but I'm gonna go for these yellow ones, because in the end for these 2 yellow challenges I will get the same amount of experience points as for that red one, and I guess they might be a little easier. And maybe it's even a little closer. I can go to these 2 yellow challenges and then go to the city and then heal and then move on to the Island of Dread. Here I have to go to heal first because I can't risk taking that red challenge with so many wounds. So I have to go to the city first, then go for the challenge, then go back to the city. So I think maybe I might save 1 turn if I go for these yellow challenges. And as I said, I think it's easier to do them. The risk is that I have already many wounds, but I'll try it anyway. So let's see now. Okay. It's pretty easy to get there. We have a river here. And here we need just any die and a street. So we can go here, and by the way, I can actually move on to this one here. Now let's see what that is. Well, that's the Green Terror. Any phase, if your hero or an ally attacks and is not successful, he takes a number of fatigue equal to the number of wounds that Green Terror successfully inflicts on him in this phase. Receive 4 gold and discard all wounds from your hero or an ally. This is absolutely awesome, because that would allow me to heal the ally for free. That's just the perfect enemy now. Okay. The problem is the melee phase. Ugh. But the good thing is it has only 2 life, so I can do this simply in the ranged phase. I can attack. I have a 10. Plus 2, plus 14, so I don't have to roll. I did this challenge. Now I gain 2 experience points, and I think I can say my decision was a good one. And 4 gold, and I discard all wounds from an ally. So of course I will heal him, because these are 5 wounds. So that was just amazing. Okay. Very good. And then, oh, I forgot my gold. Here we go. And then I roll for the threat track. Oh my god. Yeah, that was close. A 16. But I'm lucky here. Okay. And now I simply move here to the next yellow adventure. And that's also from the normal deck from the Island of Dread. That says fair winds. So that means the adventure counters are replenished. Not the green ones, because I can't attack any green adventures, but the yellow ones and the red ones. And I will add 2 adventure counters of any color. That's just my house rule. And then another house rule, we have this tidal effects here. So I now roll here, and that's a 0. So this marker here goes simply away, and no new markers are placed on the map. Because on a 1 to 2, I don't place any new markers. 3 or 4 would be 1 marker randomly placed, and a 5 or 6 would be 2 markers randomly placed on the map. These land markers like this or so. I did this in a video before, actually. Okay, so now I'll replenish these adventure markers. So we have now new adventure counters. One is here. One is here. A red one is placed here. And another red one is placed here. But that's not so important, because after we've fought this guy here, we're going to the Island of Dread, I guess. Okay, this is now from the Shadows of Margath expansion. And that's another event card. So there might be a new tidal effect here. No, nothing. And there are also no more. Oh yes, there would be actually 2 more yellow counters to be replenished. That is possible. Okay, now I placed a new yellow marker here and another one here, actually. And then let's draw again. Oh, come on. Oh, but that's actually, let me see here. Yeah, that's a special card. And I did this by myself. It's the earth shakes, the earth sinks. I simply like things like that. I want to use these map tiles more. So this time, place sea tiles on Tarianor, Trelton and Dalag. Then discard all captain and market cards in the market stacks of these towns. These spaces are now considered impassable. If a hero is on one of these spaces when it is covered by a sea tile, he is knocked out. The player to the left of that hero's player moves the hero to a town of his choice. So this is something I simply like. So I place it here, and now the Tarianor, Trelton and Dalag, they are drowned by the sea. Okay, and we now have these tiles here. So there is one placed now here, and Dalag is placed here, and that's kind of a problem because I can't go from there now to a city. And Tarianor is placed here. Okay, so here we are. And now I have to go down to Garnot to take a ship. That doesn't make it easy, but there is no other way actually. And well, Let's hope for the best here. And we draw another card. And that's again, okay, this time it's a plague dragon. Well, that looks pretty cool. Before combat, test jump to avoid the dragon's acidic breath. If you fail, your hero and all allies take fatigue equal to their stamina value. Receive 5 gold as a reward. Well, that's bad actually, but let's see. We have to test jump. Okay, we're not very good in these things. So we have a 1, so I need a 10. No, I need an 11 actually, but the good thing is I have this Dragon Lord Gox rune, which would give me a +3. Well, let's see now. Yeah, that's a 10, very good. Now I can activate this rune. And then I actually did it. That was cool. And now we have to do the fighting, and this is pretty easy. I do a ranged combat, attack, and the dragon is killed already by my heart finder. So I gained 5 gold for this. That was easy money, and I gained 2 experience points. So now I can level up again, and this time I will take another, I think I will take another life point. And that now forbids me to fight any more of these yellow challenges, so I remove them from the board. Actually, I gotta correct something. I didn't make this card completely by myself. It was part from a fan-made expansion for an alternative variant of the Island of Dread, but I think so at least. I'm not sure. It might be even from the Island of Dread itself. I don't know that really, but. I placed this card on a yellow challenge card, because in a solitaire game, if I'm on the Island of Dread and then these cities sink, it won't really change the game because well, I'm at the end of the game, so who cares? But if this happens here during the yellow adventure steps, then that's really an interesting event. So I changed that. Okay, so I killed this guy here, and I have to roll now again. I didn't take the money, I guess. It was 5. Okay, so I'm very rich now. I got 14, that's a lot. And now I will roll for the threat track again. And that was good, nothing happened here. And now I have to go here to Garnet, because that's the only town, the only city left on this island. Okay, let's see what we've got here. It's good. Swamp is a good thing, because we have to cross this skull green swamp to get there. And I already see that we have some swamp. So okay, we can use the hills, for example. That's a good start, and move here. And then we can use the 2 swamps and actually move here. And then we can use the street. It's a little sad. Yeah, but I think I'll do this. I'll use the street and move here. And now I have to to cross these azure peaks or move around on the road, but we'll find out about that. First, let's roll on the thread track. Oh, that's a 14, and I was lucky again, actually. I just made it. Oh man, now every turn can be important. And now I go to the city, I hope. Let's see. Yeah, we need a lot of roads, and we have a lot of roads. That's very good. But we could also cross the mountains, so I use here this mountain symbol, a road, and then I can enter the city. I can enter Garnot. Great, so now I will draw a card. And that is awesome. That's a good ally. Oh man. And I think actually I might consider buying this guy and selling maybe an item to heal, because this could really be worth it. It's 14, that's extremely expensive. It might be one of the most expensive allies at all, but he's strong. He can take 8 wounds, and that could help me on the Island of Dread. During your movement step, you may use any movement dice to move into spaces with an adventure jewel. Okay, that's not so interesting right now. Oh man, but that's awesome. Okay, I think I'm gonna sell probably the Dragon Breath. That would give me 3. Wait a minute, I don't need that much actually. I have 14. So I spent 12 to buy this ally, that's for sure. Oh, I was dreaming here. I was thinking about him. No, of course I have to spend 14 to buy him. And then I have to sell a rune, and I will sell the Dragon Breath. And that gives me 3 because I reduced the price before. Oh no, it's not 3 because I can only sell it for half the money. Man, that's painful. Oh, that's really bad now. That's a tough decision. Okay, so now it's really a little painful situation here. I couldn't resist. I have to buy this guy. He's just too good. But I need to heal at least a little. So I will now sell this Dragon Breath. The problem is, because I reduced the price, it's only worth 3. And because I get only half the price rounded down, I get only 1 for this item. That's sad. So I can heal only 1, but I think it's better than healing not at all. So and I want to keep the rest. The rest is simply too good. This allows me to add 4 to my magic roll, and yeah, also the Gauntlets of Shadow. I can always use them to cancel a wound. I need that stuff. Okay. And then I'm gonna hire a captain on loan, and I have to draw a card here, a captain card. That might be Silverwind. If you have a set of map counters, you automatically succeed at all escape tests during sea adventure challenges. That's interesting. So I guess I'm simply, yeah, I'll take that. I think that's good. Okay, and I place this gold token to indicate that I hired her or him, I'm not sure, on loan. Okay. And then I roll on the thread track. And that's an 11. So I'm still lucky here. And now I move here the Torrents of Dread piece. And I draw one of these cards. It's a quest. Saga of Heroes. 1,000 years ago, 3 heroes stood against Asif Shipsha in an epic battle that shattered the land. These scrolls chronicle their mighty deeds, and the scholars of Tariano believe the tale may lead you to the Island of Dread. Take this card. During your market step in Gafford, draw 3 map counters and place them face up on this card. On your later turn, if your movement and in Tariano, receive the map counters. Okay, well, Tariano is drawn, so there is no chance to fulfill this quest. And I simply draw another card. And these are the Dread Pirates. Before combat, your hero, allies and captain must test Magic 11. Any character that fails may not attack during this combat. We won't get any reward because we hired this guy on loan. If you have a set of map counters, you automatically succeed at all escape tests. So I simply escape here, and this thing doesn't bother me at all. Okay, and now we are actually in the experience step, and now I can trade my map counters for legendary items, and I will trade 2 sets of map counters here, and I will draw 2 legendary items. Okay, we have the Sword of Antenor. Discard before your hero makes a combat roll to automatically succeed at a melee attack. That's pretty good. Then we have that Shield of Antenor. If your hero defends, discard after your combat roll to automatically succeed. That can also save one's life. And just as a reminder, we have the Talisman of Korsakamine. That's basically the same thing with the magic attack. And finally we have this Book of Korsakamine, which would reduce the Asif Shipsha's life value to 7 for the entire combat. And that's the guy we have to kill. Okay. Okay, now we roll for the thread track. And this time it's a 17. And now the thread track goes up to 10. Okay. So now I will roll for the market, even though that would not be very important anymore. Okay. And now, at the beginning of a turn, if you start on an anchor space, you can decide to the Island of Dread. And you simply discard a set of map counters, and then you can place your hero here on that volcanic island. It's funny, it looks a bit like the city of Berlin, the shape of this thing. Whatever. And yeah, and then we simply start drawing cards from the top of the deck until we are either KO'd or until we come to the final battle. So let's see what we got here. Well, this is Dar Hilsenot. Okay. It's kind of a dragon or so, huh? Okay. Oh man. Legendary items may not be used during this challenge. Well, that's great. That's why I want these things. I hope that's not everywhere the case. Oh man. Okay, so let's see. He's got 6 life points. Oh man. Okay, the problem is I think we cannot heal on this island, but I'm not sure. So first, he's really good in ranged combat, but that's not so bad because we're also pretty good there. So that's a 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So I will attack this guy in ranged combat, and I need a 6 here. And I have that. And I'll do 2 damage, which is not so great, but well, it's a start actually. And now we have the melee phase, and here the Voice of Callus could attack. And he also needs a 6 to hit. And he has that too. Very good. So now we are already at 4 hit points. That's pretty awesome. And now it's getting hard again. This is the magical phase now. And that's an 18. I can try to defend myself, maybe, but that's not easy. So I got a 9. That's possible actually. I got a 9 and I got that spirit sword. So that gives me an 11. And now I can activate this rune. It gives me +4. So I'm at 15. So actually I only need a 3. So now I'm glad I didn't sell both runes. I think it was a good idea to keep that rune with the +4 bonus. Okay, and then I attack again during the ranged phase. And what was it? That's a 10, 12, 14. So I need a 6 to kill him now. And I did that. So I guess that was a real success. Good start. Okay, we killed Dar Hilsenot. Awesome. Reward, take this card. If you draw a silver adventure card that is not Asif Shipshar, you may discard this card to discard the drawn silver adventure card instead of resolving it. That's good. That can be very helpful, I think. Great start. Okay, so now after each creature, you have a refresh step. So I can now refresh my immolate rune, and then I draw the next creature. And that is Antenil Soul Stealer. Okay. Also got 6 life points. Not eternal rest awaits the victims of this fiend. No eternal rest. Okay. If an ally is killed during this challenge, discard all wounds from this challenge. Oh man. The problem lies here in the magical combat. But I think it's possible, actually. And the reward is great, because that would allow us to heal. That's really cool. Okay. So let's see. First we will do an attack roll again. And that's well, I got a 14, so I need a 5 for an attack. And I have that. No problems. So he takes 2 damage. And then we have a melee attack. And again, it's the voice of Callus that attacks, and it also needs a 5. And no problems here too. So we're pretty successful. And then I will do again a defense roll. Okay, so I have a 9, 11, plus 4 is a 15. So I need a 5 again. And just in case, oh no, I can't use the Ring of Protection because I have activated this thing. So, well, I better do this, actually. It's a 5 I need. Oh man, come on. Oh yeah, I did that. A 10. So that was my... Yeah, that was good. And then I can attack again during the ranged phase, and I think again that I need a 5, if I'm not completely wrong. And that's a 7, and that's enough, I guess. I'm at 10, 12, 14, yeah. Okay, great, so I killed also this thing. So I'm doing fine, actually. And the good thing is I can discard this during my refresh step to discard all wounds from your hero and all of your allies. So now my allies might take some wounds, and then I can heal them all. Okay, so let's see. What is the next card? It's Sin... what? Sinkill the Chosen. Okay. Each sacrifice grants Asif Shipshah more power to escape from his volcanic prison. Okay. Okay. So, well, this guy only has 4, so that's not so bad, I guess. Yeah, that should be pretty easy. Just let me see. Yeah, that shouldn't be a big deal. Okay. Okay. So what I do is I defend myself here during the ranged phase, so I don't have to roll. And then the voice of Callus attacks. And he needs a 5. And no problems here. And then I activate again my rune. Got a 9, an 11, a 13. So I also have a hit, and this thing is killed because it has only 4 life points. The reward is you may leave the Island of Dread. Place a hero on any town space and your turn immediately ends. If you choose not to leave, draw another silver adventure card. Okay, why should I? Very good. So, the next card is, well, Slagorath. Okay. And he's also pretty nasty with a life value of 6. Heroes and allies with fatigue equal to their stamina are killed or knocked out. What? Okay, actually I don't have any... What? No, I don't have any problems here. That's strange, actually. Well, that's a strange ability of this guy. I'm not sure what it means. Okay, whatever. I mean, it's definitely not the case here, and I think it won't happen too often. So now we have to fight, and this is also not such a bad guy. The good thing is he's also pretty strong in ranged combat, but that is my strength. This is where I'm a powerful master. So I got 10. I got a 14 here. So I attack, and I need a 6. And I have that. Just enough, but that's good. So I do 2 damage here. And now, actually, it's a little more problematic because... He's not bad, actually, in melee. The Voice of Careless, he might try that. He doesn't do so much damage, that's the good thing. He does only do 2 damage. So the Voice of Careless now can attack. And yeah, it needs a 10. And it doesn't have that. Okay, so it takes 2 wound. And then he can attack Shingara Pride. And he needs also a 10 for this magical roll. Oh, again he doesn't have that. That's bad. Now we're doing bad. And now I need a 6 for my attack again. And I have that. Just... Again, it was close, but I did it. And then I suggest again that the Voice of Careless will do an attack. And this time it's enough. It's a 10. So now this guy is killed. Very good. Slagorath. And I think this looks pretty good, actually. Whoops. Take this card. If you draw a silver adventure card that is not Asif Shipsha, you may discard this card to discard the drawn silver adventure card instead of resolving it. So that's the same as Da Hills or Not. And that can be very good, because if we draw a card which is really, really painful, then we simply can discard that. Okay, and then we draw another one. Oh, no, I thought that was him, but it isn't. It's a nasty guy, Asif Shipsha's champion. So I'm not sure if I want to fight him with a life value of 7. If your hero successfully defends, he takes 2 fatigue. Oh man. In the end, he's not that strong. I mean, he's good in melee. I don't think I want to do this, actually. No, I don't. I don't want to do this. So now I discard one of these cards here. And that allows me simply to discard the other one too. And then I can draw another card. And this time it's... And here we go! Asif Shipsha, also known as the Great Old One, or Ancient One, whatever. Okay, now let's come to the final battle. The problem is... okay, we will see. Before combat, your allies must test 15. Those that fail become challenges that your hero must defeat in an order determined by the players to the left. These challenges' combat values are equal to their printed combat values plus 10. You're kidding me. Well, this is really, really bad. Oh man, this is gonna be hard. This is gonna be nasty. Okay, we have to do this. So let's start. Yeah, the Voice of Kalos needs a a 9 actually. So let's hope for the best here. And we have that. Awesome. So he stays on my side, and now it's him. I paid 14 for this guy. I don't want to lose him. Shingara Pride, but this is gonna be tough. I need a 11, but that would be so important if I could do this. Oh man, is there nothing I can do about that? Actually, I just saw that the Voice of Kalos would be immune to all before combat abilities anyway. Okay, but now it's... I could say the roll was for the other guy, but we won't cheat here. Okay, let's simply try it. I need an 11. Gotta be lucky here, come on. Oh man, I missed this. That's bad. That's really bad. Okay, so I got to fight this ally. And he's got the printed combat values plus 10. But in the end, it's not that bad, I think. Wow. Okay. He's got a lot of life points, that's the bad thing. Would have been useful against Asif Shib Shah. Okay, so let's start here with the ranged attack, and I don't have to roll here, so he takes 2 more hits. And then we come to the melee step, and that is actually a problem. The good thing is he only does 2 damage in melee. I need an 8. If the Voice of Kalos attacks, it would need an 8. And I think I'll do this. I gotta risk something here. Oh, let's see. Yeah, that's enough. Great. Awesome. So it also does 2 damage. And now... The problem is, I guess, I'm not allowed to refresh any items because, yeah, there is no refresh step. So if I kill him after this fight, I can't refresh my items. So I think I might not use this rune. I simply, yeah, but that's not so bad. I got a 9 here, so I only need a 3. Yeah, I only need a 3 to defend against the magic check, and I have that, and then I don't have to roll for the next ranged attack. And I killed the Singara Pride. Okay, that's sad, but okay. Okay, and now we have to fight this guy. So what we do first is we will use this book. The Book of Corsac Armin. To reduce Asif Shib Shah's life value to 7 for the entire combat. He cannot inflict any damage on the first round of combat. That might be even more important actually. So, yeah, that's pretty good. And let me see, now this guy has 7. And he can't inflict any damage, so we might actually risk something here. But I'm not sure. Okay. So first I simply will... I gotta find some tactic here, just a second. Okay, the problem now is I got these wonderful things here. to be successful automatically during an attack in this magical phase and in the melee phase. The problem is I do only 1 damage each time I am successful there. So this is not really strong. So I think it's even better if I will simply attack during this first phase. I mean, there is no risk, so I do 2 damage. Will I? No, that's not that easy. I attack with this. I attack with a hardfind, an ranged attack. So that's a 10 or 14. So I need a 7 to be successful here. And I am. Great. So that gives him 2 damage. And then I can take some risk. I don't care about this attack. I simply defend here, and it doesn't matter because, yeah, he won't do any damage. And now, actually, the Voice of Callus, he attacks during the magical phase. And he's got a 6. He's got to roll really good. So he needs, what does he need, a 17 or something, huh? Yeah. But let's try it. Maybe he's lucky. Would be awesome. Oh no. That's a 3. That's really bad. Well, okay. And then I got to try this again. And wow, I think, well, this is gonna be really close. So I got to attack again, and I need a 7 to do a ranged hit. And I have that. Okay. So he takes 2 more wounds. And then we got this really bad melee attack here. Okay, I think I got a strategy how I can kill this guy. So the point is now, first I take these hits and I activate the Gauntlets of Shadow. So that would give me 3 more wounds, and I can just survive that. Then I take the hits of the magical combat. This guy will do this and he will die, which is sad, but okay, you have to do some sacrifices. And then in the next turn, I try to defend myself here. I gotta be a little lucky here. I might activate the Ring of Protection. And then I will use this shield here to avoid this. Or actually, it doesn't really matter. I can use the shield or to avoid this, and then I will use the this item here to deal 1 damage, and then he's at 5 damage, and then I can finish him off in my next ranged phase. So that should work, I hope. Okay, so as I said, I'll take this damage. I can't do anything against it. I'm simply too weak. I needed a 23 to do this. Do I? I have the sword. So it's a 21, but still I can't do it. No chance. So I now take 4 damage, but I can activate the Gauntlets of Shadow. So I take only 3 damage. So I'm now at 5, 1 more damage, and I'm dead. But that shouldn't happen actually. And then it's this guy. Here, the Voice of Callus, and he needs a 17 to survive this. Oh. Let's try it again. That's not enough. That's just a 10. So my ally is killed. That's sad. Okay. And now I defend myself in the ranged combat phase. So I get a 10, a 12, a 14. That means I need a 7. And that should be possible. That's important now. And I did that. Very good. And then I can simply use the shield to protect myself against this extremely strong hit here. And after that, I use this legendary item here to attack in this magic phase, and I do 1 damage. Well, actually, I'm not sure. I think it's simply possible to activate this rune now. Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. So I killed him. Great. Awesome. Yeah, that's it. I've done this. Otherwise, I could have done this, I guess, in the next turn with my ranged combat value, and I still got this Ring of Protection, so that should have been possible. Awesome! You have defeated the warped god Asif Sheep Shah. You win the game. Very good. Well, actually, it wasn't easy, but I did it. Okay, once again, a few words on this expansion. Runebound is one of my favorites. It's a fantastic game, I think, but it's only good because it has so many expansions. If you only have the base game, it becomes boring after a while. But with all the expansions, you have so many new monsters, so many new cards, so many new items, whatever. So there's so many to explore. You won't, I think you won't use everything ever. And one important thing is, I think the artwork has become better. The artwork in the first game was terrible in my opinion, but here I guess I would say it's better. It might not be perfect, but I think it's definitely better. I also like the map more. It looks more interesting. The islands, they look pretty cool. I like this mechanism of voyaging. The idea of hiring the different captains and their different abilities. They add a lot of theme to this, yeah, to this nautical story here. And well, overall, I must say it's a great expansion. I absolutely can recommend this. It's a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoyed it. I did, definitely. It was close, it was intense, and hope to see you in one of my next videos. Until then, bye. Okay, and once again, I'm back again, and I realized I made another error here. I didn't kill this guy because he has 7 life points, not only 6. Somehow I thought he had only 6. So I have to deal 1 more wound actually. But that shouldn't be so hard. As I said, I start now again with the ranged combat phase, and I have a 14 here. So now I need a 7. And well, I can activate the Ring of Protection if I can't make that. But well, I should actually. If I don't make that, then I lose. But let's see. I need a 7. And that's it. Okay. So I killed him, and no one can say I cheated here. And well, after this last roll, yeah. See you again in my next videos. Bye.